Today we're going to look at a few apps that I use to flip my classroom. One of the big buzzwords or buzz phrases in education right now is flipping the classroom, and I have two apps here that I use. One is called Explain Everything that I use specifically to make that I make teacher videos out of, that I actually go in and use this app to make videos for my students. And then another one I use is called Edu Creations, and this is one that the students actually use to be a part of the whole flipping the classroom. And I have done a little bit more with actually students making videos in the class, so that it's not me doing all the work, but the students take ownership of the class. So just an idea to think about. I'm going to be highlighting in this first video Explain Everything, so I'm going to go ahead and launch that app. And you notice here on this page that we get different applications or different menus up at the top of the screen. We have a new project, export, preferences, and help. These are different menus within the app itself. It's a fairly simple home screen, and then you can see some projects that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and launch a new project, and you can see when I click on new project, there's different options here. I have a blank project. I can import from different applications, or I can import from different cloud devices like Dropbox, Box, or WebDAV, which is a way to connect to your Google Drive. Hopefully this app will update and eventually just connect directly to Google Drive, but for right now you actually have to go through the WebDAV. So I'm going to go ahead and click on blank project, and you see here is what a blank project looks like. It's basically an interactive smartboard on your iPad, and over here on the left side of the screen is a toolbar, and the bottom is a toolbar. I'll highlight the bottom toolbar first. You can see here the first thing it'll tell you, just like in PowerPoint, it tells you how many slides you have, and then down here at the bottom are your recording tools. So you have record, play, rewind, fast forward, that type thing, and then it tells you how much time your video tutorial is. Over here is a few options. The first one I'll click on allows you to export an image into different apps or different cloud storage devices. So if you have an image here that you want to save, you can do that, or a screen capture type thing. The next one is allows you to export the project, and so when you export it, you can export it to a cloud device or directly to YouTube. And when you export it as a movie, it does take a little bit of time because it has to upload the file, and then it has to compress the file into a movie file. So it actually does all the rendering here to create a movie. There is a way to upload it just as a project into one of your storage devices, but then and later compress it. And I use a compressing app on my MacBook that actually compresses the file for me, but it does cost a little bit of money. It's $14.99, and I purchased that with my own money, just because I wanted to be able to make more videos. So if I uploaded it, then I could just go and make another video. The next one, so again, I would really encourage you just probably to upload it to the movie and then just go straight, but it does, like I said, it takes a little bit of time. And you can actually turn export off slides. Maybe you just want the first slide exported. The next one right here is the save button. And this actually lets you save the project so that you can come back and work on it later, because you can pause and pick up where you left off. The next one's the home button, and that just takes you back to the home screen. So I'm going to go back to a new project. And then over here, the left toolbar, highlight this one. The first one is the select tool, which is really nice because you can select objects and move them. And if you actually import, I'll show you in just a minute how you can import a worksheet into this smartboard, and you can actually do an interactive notes or maybe work out a problem or diagram something, and you can actually move the worksheet around, zoom in it, zoom out, and that's kind of a nice tool to have. The next one is adding slides. So if I just click that a few times, you'll see that I've added 3 slides here. Now I have slide 4 of 4, and I can actually scroll through the slides just by clicking the left and right arrow keys. This right here is the slide sorter. It actually shows you the slides. If you want to delete a slide, you can just actually hold on it for a couple of seconds, and then it'll actually allow you to duplicate the slide or delete it. I'll just delete a couple slides just to show you, duplicate a couple. And then you can also move them around. If you just hold one of the slides and just pick it up and kind of drag it around, you have to hold it for a couple seconds. The next one is the writing tool, and so you can use this to write, and it's really it uses Retina display because being an iPad 3, it's fairly accurate. If you want to change the settings for the writing tool, just hold your writing tool down until the settings come up, and you can change the thickness and style and color and all that stuff. The next one's one that I really enjoy using when I'm doing teacher videos, and that is my pointer. And you can see there's different pointers that you can choose. I like using this infrared pointer and kind of a laser pointer, and then you can see you can highlight different parts of the problem and just show off different things here. The next one is just inserting different lines and shapes, and so I've got a red one chosen, and I'll just kind of show you. I'm bringing a red arrow, and you can use it to diagram, point. You can even kind of use it as an interactive arrow if you want. The next is text. If you just hold it again, you can get some different text options. Once you've got the options you want, you just click anywhere you want on the screen. So if I click somewhere, if I have text tool chosen, anywhere that I click, and you have different things like centering the text, resizing the box, just all kinds of things that you can do. The next one is one that I'm probably the most pumped about, and that's inserting things into Explain Everything. You can insert images from different storage devices or your camera. You can actually insert a web browser, and you can insert documents from Dropbox or Google Drive, which is the web, which you would have to connect to via WebDAV, Box, Evernote. I'm going to just show you the web browser because I think that's pretty cool. If you want to actually show off a web page, so you could actually come in here and have an interactive web browser. So I'll just go ahead and type in, I think my internet's up, so we'll see. And you can type in google.com. The internet connection appears to be offline, but this will actually be an active web page. So if you could type in any web page and actually video record yourself going through the web page. This next one is the delete. So if you want to delete something, you just select it and delete it. This right here allows you to send objects to the front and back. So you can take an object and send it backwards and kind of hide it behind things. If I want to bring the arrow, if I want to send the arrow to the back, I can have the arrow behind the writing. So kind of nice. This right here is pretty straightforward. That's the undo button. And then this right here is a search button or a magnifying glass. And so you can use that to actually zoom in and zoom out on your problem. So you can search within the document for something if you need to see the whole document. This right here just minimizes the toolbar and kind of shows it the way the kids would show it without the toolbar. One thing to mention is after you make your video, the kids will not see the toolbar. They'll just see a white screen. And so that is an overview using Explain Everything. Hope you enjoy this app, and feel free to email me with any questions, or I can come by and show you how to use it. One thing I guess I forgot to mention is